Just wanted to share with y'all what I'm working on. This is rubber stamp making. Got a bunch of them that I've made. I've been going crazy with it. Here's a cicada, 17-year cicada to celebrate this year, 2025. In Southern Appalachia, we have this 17-year cicada. This is a tardigrade I'm working on. This is the funnest craft ever. This is one of the most satisfying, carving these stamps. It just glides right through it, especially if you mount it. I mounted it to some wood. This is like a finished piece of wood chip on my desk. It just slides right around and I can move this, and it gives me so much control. I can get really clean lines. The trick is to make sure that your lines stay clean with a brush. And this was drawn with pencil and then gone over with pen a few times. Most people will do their design and transfer it onto the rubber, but I like to just wing it and draw straight onto it, because I like to live dangerously like that. Yeah, this is the tool. There's different attachments. I'll do a more in-depth thing about rubber stamp making and relief printmaking in general. I started off as part of the mail art project, and it's sort of become an endeavor of its own. I'm starting to make little magnet designs with it. Here's one and another. Blacklight reactive. I'm gonna be selling these this weekend. I've got a ton of them I'm working on. At the Asheville Punk Fleet at Fleetwood's, and also I think it's the Dark Market at Highwire, both this week. It's going to be a busy weekend, so I'm trying to get my merch in order, but I'm really happy with how these look. I feel like it conveys that unearthly sound that the cicadas make when they emerge, and that's the thing. They live underground as larvae for 17 years. There's other species in other areas that do like 13 years, but here it's 17 years. This is the third time. You can guess how old I am. This is the third time that I've witnessed it. And they make this ungodly sound, this alien hum that's like... It's kind of beautiful, but it's not rubbing legs together like a cricket. It's sending air through its body and screaming, basically. So anyway, it's my tardigrade, aka water bear. They're sort of a more not recently discovered, but they really were very little known about till recently. There's some really amazing little critters, and they have very few living relatives. And I'm just gonna carve a little bit so we can take a look at the technique. See, I need to get in close though, see what I'm doing. It just glides right through it. It's such a beautiful feeling. And especially in the way I do it, where I use layers of pencil to do my drawing on the stamp. By the time I get to the ink layer, there's all this buildup of graphite, which gives the whole thing this tint overall. And so I can see what I've carved and what I haven't. It's another really useful technique. And you barely have to even touch this thing. It's very sharp. You barely touch it to the rubber. It's not like linoleum cuts. Lino cuts I always found much more difficult and sometimes frustrating. But this stuff, you just barely touch it and it just nicks it. It makes little lines. And then you can go back through more and carefully kind of scoop it out to make sure that the relief is low enough in that area so that it's not going to pick up the ink or transfer it. You know, sometimes you get these areas that get ink on them and they can show up and kind of make your print look messy. But you can carve that down until it doesn't show up. So this one's a work in progress. I'm not gonna do a time lapse or anything because I can't really concentrate with the phone in my face, but I'll come back to this project. Pretty excited about all this stuff. Bzzz.